show one of my favorite exercises to build clinching strength. It builds a ridiculous amount of forearm strength and wrist strength just by doing this position here. So this mimics the position of clinching someone's neck, getting an elbow drag position from the tricep. It can hook the knee. So it's a very good trapping position for elbows, necks, and any part of the body that you can actually hook on. It can be from the side. But something that's really hard to strengthen is that position unless you're doing a lot of grappling or a lot of isometric stuff with partners and stuff. But the best thing that I found, period, better than even a partner, and not even joking, is getting a 4-inch diameter piece of pipe. And I just had this cut a long time ago. This is roughly, I don't know, 7 inches-ish, maybe. Run a chain through it, put a carabiner on it, get a band, any kind of band. You can double through a really big band and stuff, and I can always let people know what bands that I use because these are super cheap, but they're made for like power lifters, so they're not going to break on you. Don't use anything from Academy, don't use anything that's randomly bought off of Amazon. These are cheap and they're actually from professional companies. So what you want to do is you want to create this position and bend your arm this way. And what I do is I rotate my hand inward like this whenever I'm doing it. So I want to make sure I'm doing this and this. So I'm going to hook with nothing but this part of my arm. So then one of the first things that I do is I do an isometric pull. So I'm going to extend my arm, let it come out a little bit, and I'm going to pull, and I'm just going to hold it. This is one of the stronger bands that I use. As you notice, got some pretty good shaking going on, which is normal. And then whenever I release it, I'm actually going to rotate away from me, and then I'm going to pull again and curl. And I'll do reps of holding 1 to 3 seconds. And I don't want to just keep it down because it makes it awkward on the wrist. It makes more sense to pull inward and curl towards me. Because nothing else can really replicate this. I came up with this a long time ago, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And of course I would switch sides, make that same position, grip, take a step back, curl and hold. Obviously this is going to build the lats as well and the mid back, but that isometric strength to be able to hold on to a human being trying to fight you, if you wanted to have that kind of control, or even momentarily pull them in to do something, and whatever you want to do from there, whether it's grab, transition, because a lot of times I'll do this, and I'll switch, pull, switch, pull, switch, pull, just like I'm grabbing someone in that position, and so on. But you can't overdo it. One thing you have to be careful is those tendons on the wrist. The first handful of times you do this, I would only suggest doing it maybe once a week to start, and a lighter band until you get used to the buildup of pressure right here on the wrist. Okay? It's because it creates a lot of tension right here. One thing to do too is, before you do this, is loosen up the wrist a little bit. Do some isometric holding, you know, here, here, down as far as you can go, even open up a little bit. Whatever you like to do for some wrist mobility, this is one of my favorites. Just keep it flat, and here, here. But this is one way to do this. Obviously you can hook this high, you can hook it low, and I'll give some more ideas for this, but just go to any pipe place or steel place and guarantee they have some tubing like that. Have them cut it off. I think they charged me $4 for that. I don't know however many years ago. Hopefully that'll give some ideas.